Alright, what's going on, guys? So, quickly, I want to talk really quickly, hopefully, about the update yesterday. They brought in the new operation, they brought camos and stuff in, they revamped the black market, apparently listened to some feedback, made some pretty good changes. I gotta say, this new battle pass is pretty good. I enjoyed that it's pretty much just 100 tiers. It's got the 2 weapons, the specialist, camos are pretty cool in it. I'm excited for it. I'm glad camos are back in the game, and that you can actually buy them also in Blackjack's shop for like $3. Cherry Blossom made a return from Black Ops 2. Overall, I gotta say, really good update. I haven't played the new maps yet. I wish those were free for everybody, but they're not, so I haven't played them. I don't know if they're any good or not. I might make a video on those. Not sure 100% yet whether or not I will. New weapons are fun to use. I don't like the new specialist. Zero is just something that's there for shitters to drop score streaks really easily with. So let's say you go all the way through here, you run just through a whole fucking team, you drop a gunship on them, right? Almost 20 kills pretty much just to get this fucking kill streak. Guess what? The enemy can sit in their spawn, and because they're running zero, can sit in their spawn and in 5 seconds can hack your gunship and take it out of the sky. So they're just trying to devalue score streaks. They've been trying to do it for a long time now, and in a game that promised devastating score streaks, we have now gotten to the point where most kill streaks don't get you anything to begin with, even if they're not shot down or destroyed. They are easy to shoot down in the first place, and now there's a whole specialist dedicated to literally destroying your score streaks just because. So, to anyone who doesn't suck cock at Call of Duty and can get score streaks like chopper gunners, gunships, a sniper's nest, things like that, have fun. When XX Phase Fan 92 XX fucking boy comes through and runs your goddamn gunship out of the sky just because he existed in the match. So, yeah, I think you can tell what I think of Zero. I don't mind the whole little EMP grenade, I think that's fine, but the whole score streak nerfing or destroying thing needs to be nerfed. They need to take that out. I'm fine with the HUD and everything. You hack my HUD all you want. I'm still gonna fucking be fine. But the fact that I can play for like 17 kills, get a really high tier streak, and it be gone in 10 seconds or less because some shitter on the other team saved his ability is ridiculous. And it just decentivizes even playing for score streaks, which is one of the concrete parts of Call of Duty. But I want to respond to David Vonderhaar himself today, because the way he's treating the community at this point is bullshit. The way that he blatantly ignores fan feedback of the game is bullshit. The way he only focuses on Blackout is bullshit. Because everyone treats this man like he's a fucking god. Every Call of Duty fan thinks Vonderhaar is the second coming of Christ because he made Black Ops 1 and 2. And historically, I've always liked Vonderhaar. I've always respected him. But when he says shit like this, and he literally just shits on the community like this, and no one else says anything about it, and everyone else is just cool with him saying it, it cracks me up, man, because all he's been saying for months now is we're going to listen to fan feedback, we're going to make changes based on what the fans want, on what the players want. When players want something, man, we're going to do it. Really, Vonderhaar? Then why did you have this to say about the VSAT? So people have been asking for the VSAT streak to come back for I don't know how long at this point. It's the one notable streak that we don't have in Black Ops 4. We have the UAV, but the VSAT, if you don't know it, for some reason, most people I said something to, would they didn't know what the VSAT was. So it's basically a constant UAV that shows all of the minimap to where you can see the enemy's arrows and stuff and where they're going at all times, which directions they're facing. Basically, when you're shitting on kids in pubs and you get this VSAT, at that point, it's just fucking demolishing them because you know where they're at all times, where they're pre-aiming, all kinds of stuff. Pretty good streak for those of us who aren't legitimate shitters who, suck at the game. XX Sniper Dude 85, he'll hate it because he gets pooped on all the time and he gets sick and tired of getting VSAT'd on. Well, Vonderhaar said, no VSAT in multiplayer. Come on, I'm tired of hearing it. Well, David, I'm tired of your unfinished fucking game, okay? How about that? How about you do your job and you do what you say you're supposed to do, and you actually listen to the people who play and paid for your game, and you do what the community asks you to do, considering that is your fucking job. How about that, David? Great response, David Vonderhaar. I mean, your community asks you for a streak that is one of the best score streaks, really, in Call of Duty history. I mean, there's not many better streaks to pull out on some shitters than the VSAT. And I actually have a little theory as to why David Vonderhaar doesn't want the VSAT to come back in multiplayer. It's either A, he wants to focus on Blackout because, well, That's all he wants to focus on. Or B, he doesn't want it to come back in because he's a shitter and when he plays multiplayer, he gets squatted on all day long, and that's why he focuses on playing Blackout all the time. Because Vonderhaar hardly ever talks about multiplayer anymore. It's always about Blackout. You check his Twitter, it's all Blackout. That's all he plays, that's all he wants to play, that's all he's gonna talk about. He doesn't care about zombies anymore. He doesn't care about multiplayer anymore. He doesn't care, obviously, about what the community has to say. And it's not one or two people who want the VSAT and multiplayer. I mean, I'm reading it right here on Charlie Intel. Korean Savage responded, 8 Thoughts responded, Carnage Hero responded, Dismo from Carnage, Dexbot, Laser, all these fucking YouTubers all responding saying they want the VSAT and that they want Vonderhaar to put it in. The tweet has 6,000 likes, which is much higher than what Charlie Intel usually gets. Even when you go on his Twitter, there are people asking for the VSAT, so I just don't get it, dude. It's like, we're the people who play your game, we're the people who bought the game, we're asking you for a feature, and you said that you would honor what the community has to say. And then the moment the community says something that isn't Blackout related that they want in the game, all of a sudden you get all shitty and you basically tell the community no to what they want. So I've just noticed that over the last couple months, all Vonderhaar talks about is Blackout and the operations and shit that basically make them money. So I want you guys to do me a good favor, okay? Why don't you go ahead and tweet at David Vonderhaar and tell him we want the VSAT in Black Ops 4. He apparently really likes it when the community gives feedback that he doesn't particularly like himself, so I think that's the best thing we can do is just all tell him that we want the VSAT in Black Ops 4. Because at the end of the day, Black Ops 4 is not just a fucking battle royale game, there is a whole multiplayer element that he's ignoring, and of course zombies, which I don't think he's spoken on once. And you just don't treat your customers like that. You don't treat the community like that. This is the most Black Ops game of all time, yet one of the most Black Ops score streaks of all time is missing. The game wasn't finished until 2 months after it launched, and even then it's not even really finished because we're still missing fucking leaderboards, combat records, league play, so the game's not even finished yet. But yeah, when the community gives him a little bit of feedback, we tell him something we want, apparently yeah, at that point he just feels the need to say that. So I mean, I can see if there's an issue with bringing back the VSAT. I can see if there's some sort of actual problem that prevents them from doing so, but when it comes down to it, there is really no problem that is preventing them from doing it. It really just comes down to Vonderhaar thinking that his input is more important than yours, just because he's running the show. Even if there's thousands of people who bought the game and play the game who are saying that they want this put into the game, he thinks he knows better than you. He thinks he knows what you want better than you. And so he literally tells you no when you ask for something. When you ask as a community for something to be put into the game, he'll literally say no. The guy who is so all about listening to the community feedback and tweaking the game based on the input of the community gets input from the community and refuses to actually make a change for the game. He must know better, right? He must be smarter than every one of us, huh? We must just be a pack of fucking dummies, right? We don't know what fun Call of Duty's like. We don't know what we want in the game. We don't know what streaks we want to play with, right? So which one of you called in a VSAT in Black Ops 3 and shit on Vonderhaar so bad that he decided it couldn't come back? Like, you just need to come out now and tell us. Okay? You need to just announce. And keep in mind, this isn't the first time that this kind of shit happened. This happened literally last year with World War II, when we asked for TDM to be increased, or I'm sorry, no, not TDM, the points per kill to be increased from 50, and then Sledgehammer literally put out a poll where they gave 3 options for people to pick from, whether they wanted 50 points per kill, 75, or 100, and 100 points per kill had like 87% of the votes, yet they literally told them no and did not implement 100 points per kill. Literally, they had a community poll that won so decisively that almost 9 out of 10 people voted for what they didn't think would get voted for, and they literally refused to follow the community input. So I hope you guys are recognizing the trend in Call of Duty of not listening to what fans want when it comes to tweaking aspects of the gameplay. Oh, they'll do it when it comes to money, when it comes to whether or not they can sell you a fucking microtransaction, or whether or not Kotaku writes an article about it and gets people riled up. When it comes down to that part of the bottom line, they'll make changes in a heartbeat. They showed it just yesterday. They changed the whole black market because the community was pissed about it, because there was articles being written about it. They literally went out and made this change because they knew it was going to hurt the bottom line, okay? And I made a video and I tried to be nice. I tried to praise these people for doing the right thing. I tried to give them credit where credit was supposed to be due. I made a video called Treyarch is Finally Listening, and then Vonderhaar turns around and literally mocks us like 3 videos later. It's mind-boggling, man. It shocks me that he can be so dense. But it's okay, he already has your $60 in his wallet, so he's gonna go spend that on some blackout fucking microtransactions or something, so just cracks me up, man. Vonderhaar would much rather put fucking stickers and emotes in the game that he can sell than to actually put a streak into the game that the fans are requesting pretty heavily. I guess that should really show you kind of where David's priorities are really at. So, I don't know, just my 2 cents on the matter. Maybe one day David will actually listen to the fucking fans, and maybe he'll actually listen to the feedback that we're giving. Maybe he'll actually pay a little bit of attention to something that isn't just the Battle Royale mode that's making him the most money. One can dream, man. One can dream. Anyways, the update was pretty decent. I do have to say that $15 for a Mastercraft or whatever that shit was is a little bit ridiculous. I personally don't mind paying $3 for camos, especially considering that they're universal. I can use the camos on any gun. I still wish maybe that we got reticles or a calling card or something like we did in Black Ops 2, but I will buy a $3 camo here and there if I think that it's decent enough. I didn't buy Cherry Blossom. I'd rather a better Black Ops 2 camo come back. I think they should bring back, like, Pack-a-Punch, Weaponized 115, Dragon, stuff like that. I think those should come back. Those were awesome skins, or camos, and I'm talking like it's in fucking CSGO. They were good camos. So I gotta say, I enjoy them, so I will buy a $3 camo here and there, only after the VSAT is included in Black Ops 4 though, so Vonderhaar, do your job, listen to the community. You did pretty decent with this Black Market update, I gotta say. I haven't played the new maps, but yeah, man, you gotta learn how to respond to the community better, and you need to listen, dude, like, for real. I don't understand, but guess that's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. Make sure that if you would like to see the VSAT come into Black Ops 4, that you go ahead and send David Vonderhaar a tweet saying that we want the VSAT in Black Ops 4. Join the Discord down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Thank you to my channel members for your $5 a month. Your support helps my channel tremendously. Calling for the VSAT in Black Ops 4 just for David Vonderhaar to shit all over what we want on Twitter because he doesn't really care. And signing out.